All right, we're here with the Oddity. If you guys could go down the line and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Velene. I play bass and sing.
My name's Justin. I play drums.
I'm Anthony. I play guitar.
It's really nice to meet you guys. Before I get into the questions, I'd just like to say I'm a little jealous because you guys all have really great hair. All right, my first question would be, how did each of you guys meet, and what are your goals as a group?
Sure, you tell the story.
So, at least as far as the three of us go, starting with me, I suppose, I started, what was it, 2-3 years ago now? Just in high school, friend of a friend posted something about, hey, we're looking for a drummer. I reach out. Melanie, I play with her brother, and her brother-in-law and sister for the first time, and then don't hear anything back for like months. And then like a few months later for the Oddity, she's like, hey, we need a drummer for the Oddity. I liked you. Would you like to join us? And I tried out, seemed pretty good, and here we are.
Sweet.
Kind of the same thing. I was on a website looking to join a band. So, I found the Oddity. I think it was lucky because no one else on the website was worth joining, I don't think. But, yeah. So I ended up going to the audition, and it was me and one other person, which was weird. I thought it was just going to be me. So, but it ended up working out, and that person ended up leaving anyway, so it worked out.
And then I guess you can go with all the before that, the actual.
The prehistoric
Yeah.
times. I started the band in high school. I think I was 16, with just four other people from my school. None of them are here now. Yeah, and then they slowly like trickled out as I met these guys. So works out. We're the Three Musketeers now.
There you go. Nice. Well, the next question for the Three Musketeers is, do you like the aspect of being a three-piece band, and what are the advantages or maybe disadvantages to that?
Disadvantage, we used to have a lot of songs that had keyboard. And so we have to kind of like work around it. And I think, it's just one less person to worry about. So in that way, it's better. And we get more money when we split it 3 ways.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, one less person to split the money with is a big thing. But I think more than anything, it makes like being creative a little bit easier because it's like one less person that has to like agree on everything. Mm-hmm. And like one less person that has like ideas that they want to pitch. And like, not that they wouldn't be good or we couldn't use other ideas, but it's just easier to like get stuff out when there's not so many cooks in the kitchen.
Mm.
And you play guitar, so it affects you the most.
Yeah, so they asked me to fill up spots a lot with like keyboard spots, that songs that we still try and keep in the set list. They'll ask me to like fill up the keyboard spots with something, and I got to come up with something for that. Or even with you with vocals, you got to take on way more vocals. You like never stop singing throughout our entire set, so that's rough.
It is rough.
All right. Next question. I think your music has a very interesting take on a multitude of different genres. So how would you guys personally describe your sound to someone who's maybe never heard it before?
You have no idea.
We're just confused, no. I think just like indie rock and roll. I would just tell people rock and roll.
I say rock and roll. So.
Yeah, indie, something along alternative, because we're not really looking to do like too much of one sound. We're all pretty diverse in like our influences and like the music we want to do, and we're all like also open to like trying different things and playing genres that we might not, I don't know, initiate ourselves.
Yeah.
And so with that case, if you did listen, I'm sure you know it was like very different from song to song. There wasn't a whole lot of, I don't know, genre consistency, I suppose is a good way to put it. But that's almost intentional because we just like a lot of music and we're just going to try and be pretty diverse.
Yeah, I agree. I really got nothing to say. He said it.
He concurs. All right. Is there a meaning behind your guys' band name, The Oddity? And if so, can you elaborate on it?
That's one that we thought of in high school. We were struggling to come up with a band name years and years ago. we thought of some other ones like Arabella, but we thought it sounded weirdly like Paramore too much, so we didn't do that. And then one of the members of the band was like, what about the Oddity? And we're like, okay, and we just never changed it, so it doesn't really mean much.
We weren't around for these.
You guys weren't even there, so but we're all odd, so
Yeah, it kind of fits now.
Yeah.
kind of works.
All right. Next question. Have you ever been influenced by punk rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, punk rock. I mean, I like Van Halen a lot, and they're kind of, I mean, atomic punks. I mean, it's just fun to play. It's really fast too. I like playing more faster songs, which we're trying to work on as of now.
Yeah. No, I listen to a lot of punk, from like ska punk and like Choking Victim all the way to like, you know, British stuff, some American. It just kind of depends, but I like a lot of that kind of like fast, heavy drums. And so I love playing that and listening to that.
Sweet.
I don't really care for it because there's not much there for bass, you know, just ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, usually.
Yeah.
Singing's cool though. I mean, I'm usually the sad accordion songwriter of the group.
With your singing and like melodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I like the rock from you guys, punk rock.
A good mix. Would you guys say you've always had a passion for music, and where does that drive come from?
I would say yeah. I've been playing music since like 7th grade. My dad's a musician, and he taught me a lot, and like how to be in a band and all of that, and he's always helping us out. So yeah, my dad, my mom, and my whole family basically is musical, so it was kind of like bound to happen for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I've always been really into music. Like, there are like pictures of me as a little kid, like still in diapers, but I have like a CD player with like headphones on running around or whatnot. And then at least drumming really stemmed from like, I learned that like my grandfather was an uncle back before he moved from Syria. And then my uncle was, back when he lived in Chicago, a lot of the like thrash and punk comes from him as well. Because he was really into like Pantera and Metallica, a lot of those more thrash bands, Anthrax and whatnot.
No. I was not always into music. I couldn't find my taste in music for a very long time because I just wasn't interested in what everyone else was interested in. And it took me a long time to figure out what I actually like. I watched Lords of Dogtown, and it had Jimi Hendrix in it. And that's what got me into playing guitar. And I was like 15, so I mean, I wasn't that young. But I mean, I've been into a lot of things. I've been into skating. I wanted to be a skater. Or in middle school, I wanted to be an actor. Or, I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know. So I haven't really had that much time in music.
When we first met you, you only played like blues and Jimi Hendrix.
I did.
Until you had to learn all our songs.
And then we learned Jump. And then
It changed everything.
That's great. Was the song Arizona a direct from Dreams?
Someone gets it. No. Yeah, it is kind of, it's supposed to be like kind of like Fleetwood Mac, and it's almost the same chords. It's F, but instead of G, it's A minor. So I think it's a little bit less simple than Dreams. What was that, a hot take? I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Well, there's more chords. It's like Dreams, but kind of with like a little Western flair, I think.
Okay.
Is the goal of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
and solo.
And the solo, yeah, very Fleetwood Mac like.
Exactly. That's what I was going for.
All right. Next question. You guys have played at a multitude of venues in the past 4 years. Is there a memorable moment that sticks out to you out of all those memories?
Yeah. At least for me, one of the most memorable was when we did the Cherry Festival, because that was really cool. We won like a battle of the bands for it, and we got selected to play this festival out in Beaumont. And like, I didn't realize how big it was, because like the festival itself was pretty big, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But like the headliner was Jody Messina, and I wasn't familiar with her work, but she was some massive country star from back in the 80s. So like there was a lot of people out there like waiting for her to come out, and so we got a pretty good audience. And then going through the crowd too was pretty cool, because we played like a mix of covers and originals, And like I had multiple people come up to me and be like, hey, I really liked your originals, not even just like your covers. And so I thought that was really cool.
Sweet.
Cherry Festival was really fun. I think my favorite, I like playing the bar gigs. I don't know. They don't. But I kind of really like the bar gigs. When the people are actually like involved in it, it's really fun when they're all in that tight space and enjoying it. So that's what stands out for me.
Yeah. Anytime we're playing somewhere, it's like a cover gig, 3 or 4 hours, and people come up to us and say, oh, I really loved your original music, or they like dance to it or give us money while we're playing it. It's like really cool because you don't expect that, because people go to the bar, they want to hear classic rock.
Sweet home Alabama.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's great. Has your contrast in musical backgrounds, as you mentioned before, has it ever led to creative disagreements, or has it ever helped you guys like bond together and create something like out of this world?
I think we're definitely developing our own unique style. Like the last few that we've written together. Some of the songs on our album we all wrote together, and some of them I just did, some of them you guys just did. But you can tell the ones that we all did together, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, it comes up sometimes. We're all just like really passionate, and sometimes like when we're writing together, we get like one idea. At least I know for me, like if we come up with something, and like, hey, we're doing this, and like my mind's going, and like sometimes they might be like, oh, that was just an idea. We actually shifted over here, and like all the ideas I had really no longer work, or something along those lines. Nothing crazy. We never really like fight or anything. But occasionally we have a disagreement or two. Because I mean, we all want to do what we're passionate about, and sometimes you got to compromise.
We're still trying to find a way to pump out songs faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still learning each other, I think. So it just takes time. We're getting there though.
When it comes to those disagreements, how do you guys handle those? Is it just very like nonchalant, or is like you guys like karate fight to the death, or like
Physical fight.
Okay.
Yeah. I could beat Anthony any day. I'm just kidding.
No, not really, because like it really doesn't happen often. And if so, we might just be like, oh, you take a break for a few minutes and come back and then explain what happened. And then usually it's like, oh, that makes sense. Here's where the misunderstanding was. Oh, okay. And then we move on from there.
For sure.
There's really not much.
Sweet. Well, that's all the questions I have. If you guys have anything you guys want to say, or any announcements or news, the floor is yours.
What announcements?
Yeah.
Our new...
So we're doing a new song today, one we haven't played before live. So there's that. That and at least one other should probably be coming out here in a couple months or so, give or take a bit. So we're going to be coming out with a few more songs soon, and we have a bunch more ready to actually like record and go to.
Stream Odd Man Out.
Oh yeah, that too. Stream Odd Man Out. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, wherever.
Yeah.
Follow all our social media while you're at it.
TikTok, yeah.
The Oddity.
Thank you.